Hello everyone. Speaking of Japan, what comes into your mind first? Daniel? What do you want me to say?
Definitely,
Something about
definitely
Japan.
not any.
Japan.
Kimono.
And how about Angela?
Sushi.
Okay, good choice, good choice. When others ask me about what is my first impression of Japan, my answer will always be anime. Just like we will associate drama with Korea and variety show with China, we will definitely associate anime with Japan, like Naruto or Demon Slayer or even Attack on Titan. These are all well-known animes not only in Japan but also in Western country or other areas in the world. But before we enter our topic today, let's move on to the comics first. The reason why we need to mention comics before anime is that anime industry takes comic industry as an entry point to the world, and comic industry also relies on anime industry to help them develop better. Here's brief introduction to comics history in Japan. In around 12th centuries, comics was first introduced to Japan by Western country, and with a long period of development, comic was kind of popular in Japan. However, around 1939 to 1945, World War II happened, and this forced the comic industry met a decline in Japan. However, after the war, the comic industry recovered quickly, and in 1990s, it became popular in Japan, in both Japan and foreign countries. Besides becoming popular, it also developed a great variability for the audience to choose from. In Japan, people usually use the word manga to describe a genre of comic with a unique style and a huge influence. And there's no doubt that many cartoonists are devoting themselves into creating this kind of comic. If they want to ask for a publishment, they will dedicate their creation to manga magazine. And if their creation are popular and they have done a series of creation, they may choose to collect their creation in a single book, which may include many chapters of a series. Apart from collecting their work to a single book, their work may also be animated into animation. By the way, do you guys read comics?
Yes.
But do you feel annoying? Sometimes you feel annoying, like which order should I read the picture first?
Yes.
Yes, just like my friends told me that he don't really enjoy reading comics is because the order of reading comics annoy her. Like this picture, the line represent the order you should read this page, and I feel like, oh, I can understand her points. Okay, let's move on back to our topic today, the anime. In 1920, anime first appeared in Japan, and during this period, it wasn't that popular by contrast to the comic. However, in 1960s, it became popular in the market because there are two events happened. In 1963, a company called Douyin Animation was established, and a successful animation called Astro Boy, which was also known as 原子小金刚, was created in 1964. These two events do help the anime industry develop well. In 1970s, Japan created a new type of animation called sci-fi animation, which was very different from the other work at that time. And here are the representatives of sci-fi animation, like Doraemon, Ant-Man, and Mazinger Z, which was also called 无敌铁金刚. During this period, some famous animator was also known by the public, such as Miyazaki Hayao. I believe that everyone do watched his work before. And another animator called Oshii Mamuro. In 1980s, anime became the mainstream on TV program. And in 1990s, it became more popular in the international markets. This shows it doesn't only influence Japanese, but also other audiences in the world. In 2000s, it even became a huge, important industry which can make nearly 60% of GDP in Japan. Then, why can it be so successful? Let's figure it out. First of all is the complete industrial chain. From turning the comic to animation, or creating a movie like Kimi no Nasha, which is also known as 你的名字, or even online games, are all why the anime industry can reach what it is today in Japan. The second point would be testing and screening. By testing and screening comics in the market and to see the market feedback, the companies or the animators can reduce the market risk. For example, if the comic didn't get a positive feedback in the market, then the company or the drawer itself may stop continue in drawing the same series of the work. The third point is it relies on a scale and division of labor. From animator to dubbing or outsourced painting, the industrial trend is just like what we mentioned, is very complete. So each part consists of the successful anime. The last point is support from the government. Just like Samsung in Korea and the TSMC in Taiwan, Japanese government also supports this important industry itself. The last one I want to talk about is its peripheral effect, such as Comic-Con or Seiyu industry. And also, we know there's a lot of people who wants to be a cosplayer. The last one is Garage Kid, which many boys are crazy with. So after my introduction, are you still want to spend your Sunday afternoon sleeping? If I were you, I would choose to pick an anime to watch. That's all from me. Thank you.